Good morning, penny stock billionaires and crypto trillionaires. Today, we're going to be looking at some of the action going on in the metaverse, crypto space, and let's get started with the Bitcoin chart first, and we'll dive into Ether, Avalanche, Sand, and Mana, and of course, Liquid Avatar, our favorite penny stock in the metaverse space. LQAVF is the symbol in the US, LQID in Canada. So before we get started, make sure you click the like and subscribe button if you want to make some profits like these huge 1,000%, 2,000%, even 5,000% gains that we have had in some of these penny stocks. And now we are focusing also on crypto. Okay. This is actually going to be our first stream focusing on crypto. Make sure you also click the link in the video description below to join our free Telegram channel. Okay, my friends, let's get into Bitcoin. We are really bouncing off a key level of support right here. You see in this, let's just call it 47,000 range. Let me draw you a little trend line so you could see what I am talking about. This is basically, there we go. It's something like that. There's the line in the sand. And as you can see, it's been pretty accurate in terms of support and resistance. So you want to be long above this line, short below this line. And of course, our favorite is the 50-day or 50 period moving average. As you can see, you want to be long when Bitcoin breaks out above this 50 moving average and short below it. And here is the 1 hour chart. So technically, we have a sell signal that was triggered at 56.63. Yeah, as you can see, this 50 period moving average is quite accurate. You do get a couple of fake outs, a couple of false signals. So that's what's going on right now. I think we are back to ready to break out above this moving average and also this trend line. So right now it's going to be very interesting to see if we can close. We really need a high conviction close above 48,000. Above 48,000 on Bitcoin is very bullish. Okay, Esma is up early. Good morning. How are you doing? Let's get into, let's see here. Yes. So we've got to basically be above 48,000 for the bull mode to kick in on Bitcoin. Let's get into the 1 day chart. How does this look? Okay. As you can see, this yellow trend line, pretty accurate. I mean, you can just go all the way across and you can see you kind of want to be long above, short below it. Now, of course, the 50-day moving average, technically we are, there's a sell signal that was triggered in the daily chart right around here, 59,000. Now, the other day, it looked like a key upside reversal that we were going to have, a key upside reversal. I mean, Bitcoin is trying to make a stand right here and bounce off of this support to hit new highs. Is it going to do that? I think it will. I think there's going to be a couple of fake outs. It's not going to be a very clean move, but we're building a base right in this 47,000 range. 48,000 range. It's probably going to last a couple of days. I would say 3 to 5 days to build this this base before we can move on to new highs in Bitcoin. And you know, how high can Bitcoin go? I really think we can see north of really a double of the old high. So we're looking at maybe could be 150, 150,000 in Bitcoin the next 6 to 9 months. Definitely in the realm of possibility. But first, we got to break above the 48,000. Based on this chart, I would say it's pretty. I think it's pretty stable right here. There is a small possibility of a breakdown to the 41,000 range, but as you can see, if we dive into the 1 hour chart, I think it's unlikely to happen. I think we get just too much support levels in this kind of 46, 47 range. And again, it's trying to make a base right here. So it's going to be a little, I think it's going to be a little bit sloppy. Right now, it's the end of the year. So not as much liquidity in the market, not as many people are watching. So, okay, so as you can see here in the 15-minute chart, now we're above the moving average, but it is kind of breaking down. And now this support line is not exactly 100% accurate. This kind of eyeballing that support line. So it could be here, it could be, within 1 or 2,000 here. But definitely looks like Bitcoin is drifting back down. We're probably going to be touching that support line right around 46,980, 47,000. Probably dip below it. There's probably going to be some fake outs here. Again, Bitcoin is making is building a base right here. It's consolidating, building a base. It's probably going to take about 3 to 5 days, possibly a week, before we could see a move towards the new highs. I do not see it going too much lower. Okay, let's take a look at, okay, so we're going to be looking at Sand, Mana, Avalanche, and Liquid Avatar in just a second. Okay, let's take a look at, what are we looking at? Ether. The Ethereum chart is actually much stronger. We got a much stronger, more powerful uptrend than the Bitcoin chart. Let me draw you a couple of trend lines here. Let me see here. How do we do this here? All right. Okay, here we go. All right, we should make this really a different color, like yellow, not like green or something. Okay, so this yellow line is, I would say, probably one of the main trend lines to watch for Ethereum. Let me see. Let's make it green. Let's make it green. Color of money. No, let's make a more brighter color so it's easier to see. Let's use like a pink. No, it's just too dark. Gotta make a lime green. Yeah. Okay, lime green. All right, this is it. We're just gonna stick with this. Actually, I'll make this bigger. Okay, no, this is it. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so this green trend line right here, this is your main uptrend channel in Ethereum. We got a secondary channel. Let me draw you this out right now. We got a secondary channel. I mean, these are very aggressive uptrend lines. Just shows you how powerful this fucking thing is. Oh my God, look at this. This is basically it. Okay, so it's a little sloppy, but you get the basic idea. So you're moving at a very strong up channel. It broke down below, as you can see, we're below the moving average, below the trend line. So the question is, where is Ethereum going to build the base? Okay, I would say we have a very strong chance. I would say let's do the calculation over here. So here you had the first real, or the second wave really started right around here, 1700, from 1700 to 4800. So let's call that $3,100. So $3,100. If you have just, let's call it a 33% retracement. So that would drop us $1,000 off. So 3,800, let's say. And this is it. So we're right here in the 33% retracement range right here. This is kind of where we are. And as you can see, let me draw another little trend line. We got, this is kind of where you have some support resistance happening over here. Historically, you've had some support resistance happening, and we're kind of bouncing around that line. Plus, it's not gonna hold completely. It's gonna just penetrate, bounce off it, etc. So I would say right here, Ethereum is kind of making a stand, and we could see a bounce off of this range. Now we could see potentially a 50% retracement. That's not out of the question. So again, from 1700, so to 38, so 3000, 1500. So we might see a right around here. This is where another area where we could have a level of support and a base built. This is probably very realistic. So this is more or less where we could see the support happening in Ethereum. And let's take a look at the 1-hour chart. So as you can see, Ethereum, when it broke this 50 moving average at 4068, wow, it's quite a big spill, right? We got a bounce happening right here. And these are and there we go. Those are the trend lines. So we're kind of, we're trying to make a stand here, maybe build a bit of a base, and you're going to want to watch this moving average coming in at 3,700. So we could see, let's see what happens in the next couple of hours. We might see a turnaround today. Let's go to the short-term chart. Oh, there you go. Okay, this is actually quite exciting for all you degenerate day traders. We get a buy signal essentially right now on Ethereum. You broke above the moving average right over here, and take a look. This is wow. You know what? That's amazing. This is the trend line I just drew, 2 minutes earlier, kind of eyeballing it, and it's actually quite accurate over here. Look at the support that it's bouncing off of here. 30. Let's call it 3708 is that pivot point. So it's wow, it broke above it, pulled back, and bouncing right off it. So this is your pivot, 3708, and looks quite strong. So I would say you got two things going, some tailwinds over here for Ethereum for the short term, maybe for the next couple of hours. You could see a bounce here. Again, we're above the moving average considerably. We tested that pivot twice, really, if you think about it. Once on the breakout and once on the bounce. So things are looking pretty good for Ethereum right now. We're going to be getting Raya on next week. Yes, we are trying something new here, something new for the new year. A little bit of an experiment, crypto space. Seeing if there's any interest. I don't know if anybody's interested in crypto, but who knows? Let's take a look. Of course, our main focus is penny stocks, because really, the penny stocks give you much more bang for the buck. But we cannot ignore crypto any longer. The crypto is here to stay. Okay, so let's get into the metaverse related stuff. And we're going to be really looking at liquid avatar, LQAVF, LQID. This is the Canadian symbol right over here. 1-day chart. The US is LQAVF. The US stock is not, the chart is not as accurate because it's not quite as liquid. So I'm using the Canadian chart as the proxy, but you get a clear buy signal on Liquid Avatar breaking above the moving average over here. This is the short-term 1-hour chart. As you can see what is going on, you get a breakout right above 17 cents. We are bouncing around kind of this area, building some support. Ultimately, we got to break out of this range, this trading range between 30 cents and 15 cents. Quite a big range, quite a big range. Now, how big can Liquid Avatar get? Let me give you a little bit of perspective. Okay, so it's a stock we introduced last year at 13 cents, went to over 40 cents in just a couple of weeks. It's bounced around, consolidated, had a pullback, and it's amazing. The timing is now right for this company. This is a metaverse, pure play metaverse stock. Look at this. We're above the moving average, so you get a clear buy signal. And as you can see, you had a sell signal at 32 cents when it broke below the moving average. It dropped as low as a nickel. You broke out above the moving average again at 10 cents. And we broke down below it a little bit and bounced off. So it's been, it's been consolidating here, but now it's broke right clear above that moving average. Ultimately, where can Liquid Avatar go? I believe we could see a move to, well, look where it's been before. I mean, technically it's a little bit different company, but you know what? The charts are kind of the charts at the end of the day. So, can this thing go to $1, $2? I think it really can. I think we could see a $2 number on Liquid Avatar, LQID, LQAVF for all the Americans. Yes, we will have some new stocks coming in January. Actually, we got a couple new stocks we're going to be announcing, which I think could be our next 10 baggers plus. Definitely, we're going to have. I think we get about 3 or so stocks, new stocks that are sort of in the on the launch pad over here on deck to be launching in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Some really exciting stocks, cheap stocks. A couple of these in the low prices, just how you like them, under 50 cents, maybe substantially under 50 cents. And I think we're going to see some interesting stocks. I'll be talking more about that later. Today, we're talking about crypto and Liquid Avatar, which is related. Metaverse, crypto, Pennystocks, all the same stuff. You know what? Excuse me. Organic Garage, 10x. I think there's definitely cryptos that are going up 10x or more, but it's all a question of risk reward, right? I think all a question of risk reward. Let's take a look at this Liquid Avatar first. Again, we're bouncing off the moving average right here. Potentially, you're looking at $1.50 gain in this stock, $2, $2.50, next 6-9 months. You got a 10x built in right here. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the metaverse crypto space. Sandbox. Sand. Okay, so here's a trend line I drew. I don't know why it's amazing. It's still up here. Okay, so sand. Take a look at what's going on right here. We're getting into this kind of pennant formation. I think we're going to coil right here for a little bit, consolidate, and then break out. How high can sand go? I think we could see $25, $30 on sand when it breaks out. You had something very similar happen over here. It went into a pennant formation over here. I'll draw that for you just in case you want to see. Okay, and then, oh shit, okay, there we go. How does this work? Okay. Oh, it's green now. Okay, but you get the basic idea. So, it went from 78 cents to $3. And when it broke out, it basically went 3x that, right? So, when we break out of here, I think we're going to go same proportion number. So probably 3x, 18, maybe $18, $20, $24 when it breaks out. Not bad, right? So here's why am I showing you these metaverse cryptos? Because they're very related to Liquid Avatar, and why I believe Liquid Avatar is going to be a 10 bagger the next 6 to 9 months. Once these metaverse cryptos start moving, that's going to have a positive tailwind for Liquid Avatar, LQAVF for all the Americans. Let me pull up right over here. Okay, so that's your sand. And let's take a look at the mana. You got the same thing happening. We got a pennant formation. And again, if you want to see what happened last time, it's kind of like this, basically. Well, how do you do this? Okay. Same thing, basically. And again, over here. Happened. I don't want to just make a bunch of these, but you can see this is going on like this, okay? So when mana breaks out, mana is probably going to go to, $10 to $18 on the breakout. It's below the moving average right now. Mana is below the moving average. Yeah, it's still below it, even on the 1 hour chart. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Oh, okay. Now, when you zoom it up close, looks like it's making a stand here. You're having this kind of bottoming out here, a head and shoulders bottom potentially happening in mana as we speak. Head and shoulders bottom bouncing off this 50 moving average over here. Yeah, very exciting. Looks like mana is bottoming out in the short term. Your next level of resistance is actually, let me draw you another trend line here. This is pretty interesting. Let's see, can we get some trend lines here? Yeah. No, the mana is definitely bouncing. We really need to see a high conviction move here above, let's call it 340, 350. 350 would be, yeah, a move above 350 would be an indication that mana is in the uptrend. Let's get back to Liquid Avatar just for 1 second. Let me pull up the US. Now this is delayed, so it's not real time. LQAVF. Yeah, it's not, the US chart is just not, it's not that, there's not that liquid right now. Yeah, it's a little bit screwed up. So, but we're above the moving average, so it's looking good. Again, Liquid Avatar Canadian, I think we're going to be going to $1, $1.50, $2 plus. What's going on with this thing here? There we go. Okay. I don't understand how to use this thing. Yeah, so anyway, Liquid Avatar, LQAVF over the counter. Let's dive into couple of our other penny stocks while we're here. Why not, right? OG, Organic Garage, breaking out. Here, this stock is OGGFF, over the counter for all our American friends. OGGFF. Let's take a look at this chart. The one day chart now. Yeah, so as you can see, it's really picked up quite dramatically since we got involved with the stock. Let me just pull up this over here. Brand banners. Let me run this disclaimer. Let me run this disclaimer for you again. Again, none of this is advice. This is all high risk stocks. You could lose all your money. If you want to go for these 10x, 50x gains, it's high risk. Let's take a look. Yeah, click the link below to join our Telegram channel. Okay, Organic Garage. As you can see, the volume has picked up quite dramatically. There's basically no US volume up until really October, mid-October, when we introduced this stock to our investor audience, and the Americans are coming after this stock. They've been loading up. Here's what's going on. It went from 22 cents to 60 cents. Look at this, 23 cents, 22 cents, 60 cents American. And a bit of a consolidation. Actually, you're having a pennant form here. If you look at this, you're getting a pennant formation, very similar to what I showed you on those other charts. Not any different. It's basically something like this. Or actually, no, I'm drawing it from the wrong area. It's coming from here. This is where it's coming from. The breakout was here, so it's coming from like this, basically. Yeah, this is the correct one. Okay, so there's your pennant happening, and once it breaks out of here, it's going zigzag, bounce, 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 like a pinball. Once it breaks out of here, let me draw you another one. Once it breaks out of here, it's going to go like boom, like this. It's going to go like that. That's where this thing is going to go. It's going to go break out. Once it breaks out of this pennant, it will break out towards, again, in direct proportion. So I would say, if I had to eyeball it, I would say $1.50 is the next stop US. So that would give us close to $2 Canadian on the next breakout. Yeah, so OG, very, very exciting. I believe ultimately we'll see $5 on the stock. So it's a 10x from here. Organic Garage, OG in Canada. Let me just take a look real quick at something over here. Yeah. Organic Garage, definitely getting some action today. I think we're going to break out in the new year. So next week, keep an eye on this. OG, I think next week is the breakout in Organic Garage, and we're going to see it breaking out above. Here is your pivot. Here's the thing that you want to watch. I'll draw this for you right now for those of you, understandably, who do not want to take a risk and get involved until the momentum kicks in, okay? The momentum is going to kick in once we clear 54 cents. I might, maybe 52. Let's, 52 cents is really the number. 52 cents. This is really 52 cents. 52 cents is the real number. Could be 54 cents. Does it really matter? I don't think so. So once this thing breaks 52 cents, Once this thing breaks 52 cents, it's going to go like this. Boom. Like a rocket. A buck 50. I think the next stop on Organic Garage is $1.50 once we break out of this range over here. Let me draw the pennant over here again. So it's kind of going like this and like this. This is what's going on right here. And we're getting very close to the breakout. This is going to happen any minute, I believe, which means next week. OG fund. You know what? I'm not like, I don't really care about their financials. I'm not like expecting anything. I know people put a lot of thought, they put a lot of weight on these things. It's really kind of, I think, really too early to be judging this type of stock based on the financials. I mean, financials, you really need to have a mature company, something that's been around for quite a while. And this is not really the story. I mean, they're doing what, 30 million in revenues, right? But it's still very early stage. I think they're really just now at that inflection point where the numbers are going to be something you're going to want to watch. I would okay, for Organic Garage, the numbers are going to be important to watch once they open the new stores. So they got 4 stores. They're saying they're going to open possibly 4 or 6 stores quickly, meaning this year potentially. So once they open those new stores, then you will want to watch the financials because you're going to want to see those same store comps. You want to see how the new stores are performing. You want to see, how the new stores are performing versus the old stores. What kind of traction is happening? So at that point, the financials are going to be, important for the analysis. Right now, this is not a story that's based on the financials. Right now, Organic Garage, the story, meaning the investment concept, the investment thesis, I should say, the investment thesis for Organic Garage is purely, in my opinion, based on store growth, meaning the exponential growth that's going to happen, and also the plant-based foods line. The cheese, butter is the plant-based stuff, right? So you get your plant foods, the SKUs. That's where they're going to see big growth in stores. And again, they don't need to do big numbers. We talked about it multiple times. They just got to do 25 million in new business, and you're going to see a massive move on the stock. They just add 25 million in revenues. However they do it, you could see a 10x multiple of that, 500 million valuation, and that would give us a 10x from here. Now, can the stock sustain a 10x? Probably not, unless they keep growing dramatically from there. But in the short term, that is the thing that you'll want to keep an eye on. Yeah, look at this. Let me pull up OG for 1 second. Yeah, so Organic Garage, I think you're going to want to watch this thing in the first weeks of January. I think that's when we're going to see the big move. Again, everybody's on vacation right now. It's really quiet. I mean, this is why I'm, fooling around with this live stream, sitting here in my underwear. The camera's not on. Everybody's on vacation. We're just a little bit of an experiment here with crypto. See if there's any interest. Let's see if there's any interest in the crypto stuff. That's what we're doing here right now. Let's take a look at this. Let's go back to the Bitcoin. Yeah, look at this, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 15 minutes. What's going on? I don't know. What is this thing doing here? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's interesting things happening. I think Bitcoin is we're making a bottom. We're building a bottom. Let me show you another stock, which I think is going to be a huge winner. I'm really shocked that, oh, look at this, Jesus. Oh my God, Logic. I'm really shocked by this thing. I mean, this thing should be, we just hit a new low in Logic. I don't believe this. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Makes no sense to me at all. Makes no sense. This is a stock that, has a 10x plus upside, $15 upside. Does not make any sense at all what's going on right here. There's definitely some major shorts in, pushing this stock. I don't know how much longer they can sustain that type of action. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised. But hey, these things do happen. Okay, so you know what? Look, my investment thesis on Logic is this. We got a long-term bottom. If you look at this chart, kind of have your long-term bottom over here. Let me draw you this trend line. Basically, I mean, plus minus is basically over here. There's your long-term, right there, like that. Actually, it's also a little bit lower. So plus minus, it could be over here also. So I $1.30. Oh my God, yeah, in September 15th. So it could be $1.30 is the ultimate bottom. But then again, look at it this way. So the risk in the stock from here is, let's call it 10 cents, $1.30. And your upside is, if we can get back to not even this range, but if we can get back to this range, $12, $14, it's a 10x. So you could be making, let's just say, $13 upside, and you're risking only 10 cents, 130 to 1. 130 to 1. Now, this is ugly, no question. I think we're going to test that $1.30. This is ugly, breaking below. This is a key level of support, by the way. So I will not deny this ugly action. I think we're just seeing this is the last hurrah of tax selling, tax harvesting, whatever you want to call it, happening right now. Vicious action in this stock. But once we break out, look, I think this is, it's amazing. I think this thing really, let's look at the 1 hour chart. One hour. Wow. So yeah, so this morning, you had this kind of head and shoulders bottom up until, this action this morning. But as of last night, you had a head and shoulders bottom happening over here. And, I did put out a tweet saying, hey, this is it. The bottom is in. That's embarrassing. Okay, that is really embarrassing. And these things happen. So yes, I did put out a tweet saying the bottom is in on Logic. And that was like $1.60, $1.50, whatever it is. Sure enough, you can see what's going on right now. Anyway, it looks like we got a head and shoulders bottom happening. And the real test, the pivot point, is $1.70, this 50-day moving average, 50-period moving average, which has been pretty accurate in here. You had a couple fake outs, but ultimately, look, if you could go short below it, look what happened. And you can also see what happened when it broke out above it. So good things happen when Logic breaks out above the moving average. It's had these runs, and bad things happen when it breaks below. And then you do have quite a few fake outs with this thing. I mean, quite a few fake outs. But again, look, you had a sell signal over here at 340. 228 was your buy signal. It went to $4. So it's pretty accurate. You do have fake outs. Almost half the time you get whipsaws. Basically, you get these whipsaws happening. But yeah, the moving average, what the moving average is telling you, I have to be completely objective. The moving average is saying sell, and once we break above $1.70, it'll be a buy. It's definitely on the defense. I do believe we're going to build a bottom though here. I know that is actually not based on anything I'm seeing on this chart. It's almost like I'm going on kind of a gut instinct which is neither here nor there. Okay, wow, interesting. A lot of our stocks are down today. Rough day in the markets for the penny stock space. Let's go back to the Ethereum. What's going on with the Ethereum? Ethereum building a bottom here on the 1-hour chart. 15-minute chart looking bullish. Ethereum is on the move, breaking above this. We're above the 50 moving average and above the support level right here. Quite interesting. And there you go. Oh, look at this. Here's your little technical indicator saying sell, but this is, I think, a longer term thing. Yeah, Bitcoin 15 minutes. Bitcoin 15 minute kind of neutral. It needs to hold 47,240 here. So that's what's going on over there. Okay. Let's kind of wrap up with a quick look at Mana, Sand, and Liquid Avatar. Oh, Avalanche. 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 15-minute chart bullish. Yeah, let me show you this. Avalanche. Boom, there you go. So there was your downtrend support resistance line, and it broke out of this long-term downtrend, and it's using this line as a pivot. Now it is a support line, and we're bouncing off of it. It's pretty strong. I would say this is a very strong level over here for Avalanche. 102. Strong bounce. You got what's working in your favor right now is the moving average and this support line. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. Let's zoom out a little bit on the Avalanche. Yeah, very exciting. Let's go to the 1-day chart on Avalanche. Avalanche. Yeah, so I think what's going on here is you get this kind of same thing happening. This almost looks like the organic garage chart. So you got a pennant happening over here. Let's call it kind of like this in a way. That could be one, but it's really the whole thing here. So the Avalanche is, I think it's quite bullish. That's what I think. I think the Avalanche is actually quite bullish here. Yeah, look at this. Interesting. Okay, so these are the old trend lines. Okay. There you go. Let me draw another one. More or less, that's your support resistance line right now on Avalanche 100. So between 100 and 104, you got support, and should break out from here to the upside. So that is very impressive. And of course, all these things are bullish for liquid avatar LQID in Canada, LQAVF US. Number one, Metaverse penny stock. All right. On that note, signing out. We'll see you on the next live stream.